Hello and welcome everybody to She's of Love. Today it's just us two.
Mm,
Um, and we're going to be talking about Christmas and spirituality around Christmas and I guess kind of our thoughts on it. And I've also know some like cool history facts about Christmas. So, I think we'll just delve into the topic of Christmas because I think a lot of spirituality has been lost around this time of year when, ironically, Christmas should be the most spiritual time of the year and actually hasn't in the past.
spiritual or religious?
No, both.
Yeah, right, because of the solstice and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So, um, it's just kind of lost its original meaning a lot. And I think, yeah, it would be interesting to talk about it with each other and then
Mm,
kind of go just around the topic of Christmas, really.
yeah, well, now is the time, isn't it?
Yeah,
Because
now is the time because it
it's
is
next week. It's only a few
it's
days
this
away.
week actually, isn't it?
No, it's Monday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's pretty close.
Yeah.
So I guess
You tell us what you think, what you know about Christmas. What have you researched?
well, this was a while back, so there could be some little holes in my story, but for the most part, I shared this in it. I think it was our last episode that Christmas,
Yes, it was with Rachel.
yeah, that Christmas is on the 25th of December because at the time when Christianity and Catholics and all that were rising into power, they wouldn't they couldn't actually get the pagans on board because the pagans had a whole year round calendar. And if you were brought up Catholic or even went to a Catholic school or whatever, you'll remember there's that wheel of like there's the ordinary time, the Advent, it's all I don't know. I just remember learning about it in Christianity and
Catholicism.
Catholicism.
Mm.
There is like a calendar and it's shown as a circle, and then you have like it's split into all these times. So the pagan
Pagans.
calendar also had a round calendar as well, and it had to do with nature and the solstices and the equinoxes, and I believe there was some other little things in there too. But like 90% of it was the summer solstice, the autumn equinox, the spring equinox, and then
The winter solstice.
the winter solstice, sorry. So it went in a circle and I just remember it's all the pagan calendar always being depicted to me as a circle as well. So I wonder if there is correlation. But anyway, while Christianity and Catholicism were rising to power, they couldn't get the pagans on board. So to get them on board, they created holidays in a similar time of year as the solstices and the equinoxes and everything
It's
to
interesting
bring
that
them over.
they kept it that way and not, they didn't change it. They kept it like the pagan influence stayed.
Yeah, yeah. So, um, I don't know. I don't know when Jesus's birthday actually is, and I don't know the times that we're supposed to be celebrating. I just know that they changed a lot of it. And I know that a lot of symbology in Christmas today is actually just nothing to do with Christmas at all. Like Santa is red and white because of a Coca-Cola ad, I
Interesting.
believe. Um, Also, there's a lot of symbology with um like there's a whole other conspiracy on the internet about how Christmas came to be like the story of Christmas with the flying reindeer and Santa Claus and everything with the Amanita muscaria mushroom, the
Oh,
red and white
yes.
one.
Yes, I've read that
The
myself.
like yeah, like the classic red and white mushroom that's
Mhm.
like everywhere. It's called Amanita muscaria. And there's this whole I forgot the scientist or the psychologist's name. I don't know what he studies, but he wrote a book discussing
What's his
the
name? Do you
link.
know?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
But I just know. he was the one who wrote this book, and then everyone kind of got on board, and now it's like a legit conspiracy because he wrote a book about the connections between this Amanita muscaria mushroom and Christmas, and how he thinks basically Christmas is built on the hallucinations of people on this mushroom, and then they created um the flying reindeer and everything.
Mm.
So there's many reasons why Christmas is like, I think that's why so many spiritual people as well, in particular, don't feel too connected with Christmas because it's not like what it, there's just no true, like, I don't know.
I think for me, the reason why Christmas has taken on a different feeling
Hmm.
is because now I can see how commercialized it is,
Yeah.
and I see the pressure. I feel the pressure too, and I
Mm.
see the pressure. I'm more sensitive to that feeling of, oh, rush, rush, rush. We've got
Yeah.
to go and get presents. We've got to do this. We've got to do that. We got to, and I think that making up our own traditions, because this is a time of year where everybody is in the same frame of mind.
Yeah.
So creating something around that momentum and that flow that means something to your family is, I think, really important. And it doesn't, like, my feeling is I want to create something that doesn't have all that pressure and the rush, rush, rush. So for me, it's like getting the family together and going out in nature
Yeah.
and doing something close to nature. Like we're going to a waterfall for Christmas
Mm.
this year and doing something like we went somewhere different last year and the year before. So it's like this emerging tradition for our family that we go and have a picnic somewhere and we get out in nature
Yeah.
and we enjoy that time together, because there is already a flow happening you know, in the collective, because everybody knows it's Christmas, everybody's doing something, and
Yeah.
the vibe changes.
Everyone goes crazy at
Yeah.
Christmas time.
And it's a full moon on Christmas.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
God. Well, I feel like a full moon on Christmas is fine. It's
But it
because
makes
that's when
people go
everyone's,
crazy.
but that's when everyone like Christmas days when everyone kind of, well, they don't chill out because I've heard
It's
some
like a
crazy
big,
stories, but
they kind of go,
well, it's over now, the build up. Because
yeah.
this time is where it's like building up and the pressure and people are stressing out. Um, I actually just came back from a little holiday with my brother. Me and my brother went on a holiday. I took him somewhere for Christmas, took him to the Great Barrier Reef. Um, and flying up, people were just insane.
Mm.
They were so rude to the flight attendants. They were so mean. They just do not care. Sorry, they did not care about
The people you experienced didn't care.
at the airport. Yeah, they just did not care about like anyone else other than themselves and getting to their destination. And people were running late and like then they were just in a crappy mood and then that made it everyone else's problem. Like everyone was stressed, everyone was miserable. I remember like waiting to line up to board the plane. Everyone was just like trying to squeeze in to get on the plane the
They were pushing,
quickest and
were
they were
they?
pushing in and it was just so I felt so bad for the flight attendants. And then we got to our destination and it's like this holiday, like
It just
crystal.
seems counterintuitive that people are going on holidays, yet they're all stressed out.
Yeah,
You'd think that, oh, I'm going on holidays and they'd be happy, which when I was flying, um, as a flight attendant, a lot of the time your destination did dictate the mood of the plane. And so holiday destinations like Ellie Beach, you would think people were like, I'm going to the sunshine, I'm going on holidays,
mm,
and they would be happy. So that I think is possibly influenced, that mood on the plane is influenced by the time of year.
Oh, yeah,
Everyone's stressed out
because
because of
I
Christmas.
mean, again, I've thought maybe not, this is my first time to this specific place, but like I've gone on holidays to like beautiful places before
Yeah, and not experience
and
that.
never experienced this at all. This is the first time as like a remembering adult or like a remembering person, someone old enough to remember a holiday at Christmas time or like a travel holiday at Christmas.
Yeah, well,
And
that's probably the first time.
yeah, it's
Because
just
flying, I used to fly for Christmas. I used to be working for Christmas. So you would be at home
yeah.
and I'd be away.
I've just never like
Mm.
seen people so horrible before. And then once we landed, it was like a little bit of a breath of fresh air. But at that point I just wanted to get away from the airport and away from everyone. And then I had an amazing time and so did my brother. And I was like, okay, hopefully it's better on the way back because people leaving their holiday, so surely they're like de-stressed from their trip. But no, it was like it was a little bit better, but it was very similar. And then we got on the plane, and it was fine, but getting off the plane in Sydney
People rushing,
was
pushing to get off.
there was this one woman I wanted to really
No, you didn't, Juliet.
I wanted to scream at her, but I didn't. I think I didn't say anything to her because I was worried if I did, I was gonna yell.
Pop the stress bubble.
Yeah, so I was just people just why are they so mean? I don't know. And same at work, like people are just crazy. I don't know what it is about Christmas time. I think it is the stress, honestly. Also at at work and a lot of restaurants and stuff, you get like holiday parties. So that's probably why as well,
Mm.
because like no one, everyone, I don't know.
I went to my staff holiday party last year and it was crazy.
Yeah,
Like the people, they were really like they were on the alcohol hard.
yeah. I
Yeah, it was very I don't know, it's like they use that time of year as an excuse to go hard and just get drunk and act however they want. And I don't know, I've always felt funny about doing stuff like that in front of the people that I work with. Like I don't, because when
yeah.
I'm at work, I'm sober and I'm helping people and I'm professional
Mm.
but then going to a party and getting drunk and being all messy in front of those people, it's like can't, I don't feel comfortable with the two
No,
extremes.
I've never been to a staff party, but I don't. I was invited to this year's one, but I don't think I'm gonna do it, to be honest. I think
Yeah, right. Is why don't you want to go?
because of that reason. Also, I don't want to.
Pressure,
It's just
the pressure
it
of
sounds
drinking.
bad, but I just don't really want to party with people that I work with.
Yeah, that's the feeling I get too. I don't want to
It
party with
sounds
the people I
mean,
work
but
with.
it sounds really mean, but
Yeah,
that's how I
it's so
feel.
weird. Because you should be able to let your hair down and be comfortable. But I don't know, just never sat well with me.
So I don't know, people are just intense and crazy and mean and rude and very like, I need to do this or like, this is what I need.
Mhm.
And anything outside,
Yeah, and they
literally,
don't think about the people around
literally,
them.
people will do that in every way. Like walking off of a plane, you know how like you get off the plane and it's like the cabin doors are opening for the stairs or for the tunnel to get back into the airport. People will literally, it's like every man for themselves. That's how people act. Like, I have to get out now to get my bag, and then I have to get
You're
off.
so sensitive to other people's energies too. Like I
Mm,
could always feel it and just be like,
no.
yeah,
It's,
but you find that really hard, Juliet.
yeah, it's just like everyone being like, we gotta go. And like, it's literally like every man for themselves when all it is just getting off of a plane. It doesn't
Imagine in
need
an
to be.
emergency how everyone would be.
I don't want to know, to be honest.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
It's literally just it really made me upset yesterday, and I came home really grumpy because I got off this plane and like,
'Cause you'd lost your faith in
no,
humanity.
no, I didn't. I didn't. It was just
It
like
just
my faith
shook a little bit.
was, yeah, shaken. And yeah, it was just like, so I don't know what it is. It's just this time of year that brings either the worst or the best out of people.
Mm,
I think it's very juxtaposing. So I don't know, but yeah, Christmas is a very, I think energetically too, because of how it's so ingrained with like commercialism and like um consumerism and just so much brainwashing at this time of year. People
mm.
can really feel it.
Yeah, the consumerism is what grates on me the
Mm,
most.
yeah,
And I work in retail, so um, I I I purposefully think to myself, okay, I'm going to go to work. It's going to be crazy. I know that people are going to be crazy, but I'm going in there with the attitude that I'm not going to buy into the crazy.
mm,
And if people come to me for help, I'm then going to purposefully, like I have that intention that I'm going to be helpful and the calming influence in this interaction
yeah,
and try not to let their, you know, heightened sense of like urgency take over the interaction.
yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm definitely the kind of um
Purposefully, like
oh
I have that sorry, intention. Sorry, I was
um
just checking our Facebook group.
I'm definitely the kind of person that will match people's energy a lot.
Mm,
I definitely have my own, I don't let it control me all the time, but I think at work I already don't want to be there. So then when someone's making it a more difficult time for me or being ruder or it's being an asshole pretty much, I'll match their energy.
mm.
And I remember there was this one time recently I was coming
Is
over
that
to,
is that a conscious choice or it's just
no,
something that
it's a
happens?
conscious choice. I'm
See,
at the point,
I don't
no,
want to play that game.
yeah, fair, but you've lived life. I don't know how else to say it.
Are you trying to
I,
say I'm
I,
older than you?
yeah, you're older than me, yeah. And I'm okay matching people's energy at work. I will do my
Who,
best.
co-workers or
No, no, not. I really do my best not with coworkers, but with customers, yes, because it's temporary and if it means I get to let my anger out just a little bit, then I'll do it. So
because they make you angry?
yeah, yeah.
Or
But
is it
it's
your anger that lives inside you?
well, I like both, I guess.
Yeah, right. If they're triggering it.
Yeah, mum. Like,
Here it comes.
well, there was just one time where I was coming to a table and I had three plates of food, and I went over to the table and I was like, here's the tacos, here's the hot dog, here's the sweet potato fries or whatever. And I was opening my mouth to say, I'm about to get your napkins and cutlery. And this guy had already been rude from the get-go. And he interrupted me as I was about to speak. And he was like, where's our napkins and cutlery? And I went, as you can see, sir, my hands were just really full. I was literally just about to go get them for you. And I said it like that. And then everyone just went, hey, sorry, yes. And he went, oh yeah, okay. It's just
It's like,
yeah, but it's like choose your brain cells. I don't know. And I'll do that all the time. Like if someone's being um
but were you rude? Or
no, I wasn't
you
rude,
just had a little
but I
tinge?
will talk back like I'll be like, as you can see, sorry, I had my arms full. I'm about to go get it now. Like that's what I'll say. So I'll match their energy a bit, not to the point where I'm like being rude back to them.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, it's just. I will stand my ground a little bit with customers, especially around this time of year, because they're crazy. They're really crazy, and they think they can treat workers like, I don't know.
Yeah, I get some rude people. I do definitely get some people who come in and they want they have an expectation of how they want me to be, how the person, it's like a cardboard cutout.
Mm,
The person who's doing my role
yeah,
should be this.
yeah.
And if I don't fit that cardboard cutout ideal that they have, because of course I'm a person and I've been, you know, formed in the way that I've been formed, and I can't change that. I can't help that. So if who I am doesn't fit with their idea of who I should be, sometimes that can make them aggressive.
Mhm.
And aggressive people, particularly people who swear at me, um, I'll just put a boundary down. And in my job is that you don't have to tolerate it. So yeah, I'll call for a manager or I'll just walk away.
Yeah.
And I'll just say, I don't have to tolerate that language. I'm sorry, I'm leaving you now. And I'll walk away and just not engage in that game.
Mm,
But if somebody comes in and they're stressed and they're, you know, feel that energy in them, I'll be like, I'm here to help you, you know, because it's not about me. Their mood and what's going on for them isn't about me.
mm,
It's about what's going on for them. And so I try and be as helpful as possible. And so many people, particularly in the last couple of weeks, have said to me, to my face, you have been so helpful. Thank you.
yeah.
And that's it. That's all I'm there. Like, that's all I want is to help those people do or find what they need.
Mhm.
And then I feel like I've done my job. And it's been this past couple of weeks more than any other time because of the stress people are feeling.
Yeah.
And when they come in and they're like, they're not scared, but they're like worried that they're not going to be able to get the things that they need to do the job that they want. They're like, oh, can you help me? Oh, I've got to do this thing. And I'm like, I'll do my best to help you. And then what it is usually is just them wanting to talk it out. That's it. It's just being a sounding board for their ideas
Yeah.
and talking it out with them and coming up with a solution that is possible for them.
Yeah.
And I love doing that. I love problem solving. So it's perfect for me.
I love problem solving. I don't like solving other people's problems.
Yeah, right.
I like solving my own problems, or people that are nice to me problems, or people that I care about problems.
Yeah.
Not some random person that I don't
Yeah.
know.
If somebody's rude to me,
Yeah.
I'll, 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 I'll be like, I can take it to a certain point,
Nah.
and then
The second someone's rude to me, and this is not even just at my job, this is like, I'm very, I
I
do
think
not
it's
have
a good.
any tolerance for it. No,
I
but
think it's good. I think it's good.
well, I don't know. If
Yeah, I
I,
think it's good because then you've got your boundary.
yeah, but
You
the second
know,
someone's rude to me, like I will do,
I'll give them a little bit. I give them a little bit.
oh, I will give, no, I'll give them a little bit of sass.
No, I give them a bit of room
Yeah, no, I
to
know.
like give them the benefit of the doubt that they're stressed and whatever, because I know whatever it is that they're going that's happening isn't about me because I've only just met them, but I'll give them a little bit of room to
Yeah,
correct themselves.
no, I don't know. It's because I think I'm so harsh about it because I just don't relate. I would never be,
You are super nice to people.
yeah, because no matter what I'm going through, I would never
Yes, you're
treat someone like
super
shit.
nice to people.
Yeah, I would never
Sometimes
do it.
it's a little bit like, oh yeah, like
No,
just tell them what you need.
no,
Be straight out. Like
no, I just can't. I just literally cannot relate.
you're like, hello, can I have this thing,
Yeah,
please?
because I know that they're probably having a bad day because they're at work. But yeah, I just
Some people like their jobs.
yeah, not usually retail or hospital workers for the most part.
Yeah, when I started my job, I hated it
Yeah.
really, really a lot. And the reason I hated it was because I didn't know what I was doing. Now that I've been there a while and I know what I'm doing a little bit more, I feel like I can deliver
Mm,
the things that I want to because I have the knowledge
yeah.
and I'm not in that panic state going, what am I
Well,
doing? I don't know what I'm doing here.
I,
And now that I've got that feeling and I feel like I've got a knowledge that I need to
mm,
do my job, I can relax and and I kind of not play with it, but I see how I can be an influence.
I think for me, I'm working in a very temporary job at the moment. And it's not something I feel passionate about. It's not something that can that I want to push
I
myself
don't feel
forward in.
passionate either, but
No, but
I find the things where I can,
I applaud you,
yeah,
but I just don't. I just can't do that.
because the way I look at it is it's my life, and I need to find ways to enjoy what I'm doing,
So that
regardless of
my
what it is.
my way of doing that is what I do on my break. What I do with the money that I make. That's my way of enjoying
Yeah,
making the most out of it.
yeah, right.
So, but
You
soon,
don't hate it that much, though, do you?
I think today I do because I've just come back from holiday, so
Oh,
I'm
okay.
like not looking forward to going to work today.
Oh, there we go.
But with the money that I'm making, I'm going to learn how to sail and then I'll work on a sailboat and then I'll be out in the ocean, not really dealing with many people. So that's good.
At least you know now
Well, I'm happy.
that working in the
No, no,
public
no, no.
sector is not for you.
No, no, no. I do enjoy hospitality, but I'm at a point where I can only handle it in like dribs and drabs or like when I'm in a like I worked hospitality in Byron
So
and I
you're
loved it,
oversaturated.
but I'm oversaturated right now. I'm
Yeah.
also overworked. I've overworked myself for the past 3 months. I'm just so
Yeah. And
wiped
Christmas, I
out.
think having this Christmas period
Mm,
for you, I think has highlighted like the stress that
yeah.
people are feeling is highlighting the stress you're feeling.
Yeah. Well, I just yeah.
And that
And
has built up over the last few months.
yeah. So I'm ready. I'm going very soon. I'm leaving my jobs. I've already left one of them and I'm going to be leaving my other one very soon. So when I do that, I'm gonna learn how to sail and then I'll try and find a job on a sailboat in a different city, hopefully not Sydney. And I think that will bring a lot of joy. Um, and that's what I would choose to do with this job. Like that's how I launch myself forward with jobs that I hate doing. Well, because I do hate doing them at the moment.
But it's just a stepping stone.
It's 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 about using the money and the tools that it gives me and using everything I can out of that to create more because I never want to go back a step. I always want to launch forward. So the
Mm.
step forward is learning how to sail. And then from there, then it's getting a job on a sailboat. And then from there, it's to travel on a sailboat,
Yeah.
and then hopefully I build a life so far away from having to do anything hospitality ever again. That's the plan. It probably, I probably still will go back into hospitality soon, but at least in some way, shape, or form. But I would love to do maybe tourism,
Mm.
like doing a tour guide type thing,
You'd be so good at that.
because
You'd be
it doesn't
really
look
good at
like
that,
it, but I do love people. I really,
just
really
in a
do.
different
But
context,
yeah,
not around alcohol.
not around alcohol anymore and not serving them food and like in a yeah, I just don't like that. But talking with people,
So
taking them out,
The Christmas Grinch has come to visit you,
yeah.
and you're like, I'm choosing something different.
Yeah.
Because around Christmas time, if you're a tour guide, because that's going to be a really busy time for tourism
Mm.
and for people going away on holidays and stuff. So you would that Christmas Grinch, you would have to turn him into Christmas elf, wouldn't you?
Yeah. No,
Because you can't be a tour guide and be
no, but I wouldn't be like this. Like, I'm number one, I'm at home. I'm not at work. I'm not like this even at work. This is my
yeah,
true
right.
feelings
Yeah,
and what
right.
my true feelings look like.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
not like this at work. That would be terrible. I'm not, it's because I have to drag myself to work now. And I'm like, I'm also not usually like this because I'm in it and I'm used to it. But I just came back from a really beautiful holiday and I don't want to
Back
go
to
back.
reality now.
So
Have you got a double today?
yeah, I've got a double today, and then I've got a double tomorrow, and then it's Christmas Eve, and I'm working Christmas Eve, during the day. Yeah, so I'm just feeling a little bit miserable, but I'm not like this even at my current job, and I would never be like this in a job where I'm like showing tourists how to like snorkel or whatever it is that I end up doing.
Mm.
I would never, yeah, I don't know. I would be a really good tour guide, I think.
Did you talk to the guys on the boat
Yeah.
where they took you guys around? Like, did you talk to them about their jobs?
Yeah, so while on holiday, we did a sailboat tour of the Great Barrier Reef in the Whitsundays, and the guy taught me the logistics on how to sail and the mechanics of how the sail works. And yeah, to work on a sailboat, you need certificates and stuff. But he said if you just want to sail, buy a boat and do it because courses or anything won't give you as much experience as actually buying a boat. So he told me to just get a boat and just learn and teach myself.
It's so true.
But I don't think I am going to buy a sailboat. I think I'm going to work on a sailboat
Yeah,
first
yeah,
because I don't want to spend my money on a, unfortunately. Yeah.
yeah. I think it's a good idea to do that.
Yeah. So yeah, that's life, work
At Christmas.
at Christmas. But yeah, I think I would love to see humanity be a bit kinder during this time of year.
Hello.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
That's my intention when I go to work and people come in and they're stressed out. I'm like,
Yeah.
I got you. Just,
Yeah.
even for 5 minutes where I'm helping them, because I feel like a little drop in the ocean, that much kindness and that much kind of like giving to somebody who's panicking or is stressed out can take a little bit of their burden away so they
Yeah.
don't give it to somebody else when they go into another shop.
Yeah. And if you feel like you can handle it, then
Because it's not my stuff. That's the only reason I can handle it,
mm,
because it's not my stuff. Unless someone is directly shooting at me with insults, and which has happened, I'll walk away,
yeah.
because then I'm like, you know, I'm out of there because I don't have to deal with that.
Yeah.
But when somebody isn't directing it at me, they're just stressed, and it comes out as, I've got to do this thing, you've got to show me, or I don't know what I'm doing, or whatever, then I can make a little space
Mm,
in my day to be kind to that person.
I'm happy for you, Mom.
That's
No,
how I contribute. That's how I contribute. That's how I've decided that I can contribute to Christmas spirit, because it
no,
is crazy.
yeah, it is crazy out here. Why are we like this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're probably at a stage in your life where, and
I just don't have room.
I've probably been there myself.
I don't have room to hold your perspective in my emotional range at the moment.
Yeah.
Like I'm just so tired. I don't have room to
Yeah. So it's a
I don't
physical
have
thing for
capacity.
you,
I don't have,
possibly.
yeah, I don't have capacity to, because usually I would like to be like that ideally, But
I wasn't like that at the start because I was so preoccupied with not knowing what I was doing and
yeah.
feeling out of control and feeling like, I had to learn and no one was teaching me.
Mm,
I had to learn it on my own.
yeah.
And I was grateful for the opportunity, but I felt a little bit lost while I was doing it. And so I started asking questions because no, like I wasn't getting the training that I needed. So I started to ask questions and I found people who were willing to answer my questions and help me in a way that I could understand and that was helpful to me.
Yeah.
And so once I got my little posse of people that I could go to, um, then I started to grow and learn and feel more comfortable. And the more comfortable I became, and plus, I was a flight attendant for something like 20 something years. And over that time, I became a manager. So I was managing the customers and I was managing the crew. So I was the piggy in the middle. So for me, creating that space to help customers is easy because I spent 20 years doing it.
Yeah.
And it was easier previously when I was flying because I had all that time with people to create a rapport. What I'm doing now, I've only got 5 minutes with people.
Yeah.
So I've just had to condense it down and do it very quickly. And people appreciate it. They're like, oh, you've been so helpful. Like, you know, I really appreciate the help that you've given me. And that, when I see that, that is when I go, oh, that's what I wanted.
There you go.
Yeah. And it's just experience and it's just a capacity because I'm feeling comfortable now.
Yeah.
If I was like you and I was not feeling great within myself because I was tired or whatever, it wouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be preoccupied with other things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think you finding your feet and finding this pathway to the boat, to the sailboat, that's gonna free up a lot of your mental capacity.
Yeah. I hope so.
Well, I know you, Juliet. I know you
Yeah.
as a person, so I know that you've got that.
No, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I think with that
Positive note.
positive note, yeah. Okay, well, we'll see you, I guess, next week
Hmm.
for another episode.
Yep.
And we're sending all of our love, and we hope that you have a beautiful, 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 beautiful Christmas.
Mhm.
Um, even though there's crazy people walking about.
Yes.
Anyway, sending our love.
Mwah.
Bye bye.
See ya.